So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. You've played in games of this nature. Who could make the difference?
Well, Brahim Diaz is someone who had a very interesting football education, Peter. He spent time in his youth, both in Manchester and Madrid, and he's had a real elite upbringing. And it's easy to see why those schools of thought have had an influence on his game. He's very intelligent with his movement, he's hard to dispossess. He does have a tendency to maybe be overly ambitious at times, but I'm sure he'll sort that out.
Well, quite no argument from me on that one. There's the whistle, and here we go. Chouameni, Camavinga, Alexander-Arnold, Chouameni, Alaba, Asensio, Camavinga, Chouameni, Brahim Diaz picks it up out wide. The pressing's intense and it's played off. Donka aim forwards. And it's Cazorla. Then Donka. Donka gently down. Camavinga. Brahim Diaz. Alaba. Asensio. Alaba forwards and with intent. Tchouaméni. Asensio. Camavinga. Tchouaméni. Alexander-Arnold. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Moved on forwards. Pass just lacking in accuracy. Alaba. Are enjoying more and more possession, but very few chances up to now. Brahim Diaz played out to the left flank, and that's out of reach. Alexander-Arnold. Well, this is turning out to be a lively old game.
Yeah, especially in those wide areas, something the team have clearly identified as being the more productive of the channels.
Great defending, strong and determined. Tchouaméni. Alaba. And it's played forward. It's an inviting looking ball, that. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Alexander-Arnold. Lovely bit of skill. Alexander-Arnold. Bullish header! Couldn't quite control it.
You really could have done with engaging those crosses much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
Now here's the delivery. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Alexander-Arnold. Dendoncker does really well to win the ball there. Played with finesse. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Tchouaméni. No change to the score. 0-0 it remains. Alaba. Asensio. Alexander-Arnold. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Muscular approach does pay off here. Camavinga, out to the right. Cross deflected behind for a corner. Tries to get it clear. Asensio. That's really well manoeuvred. Alexander-Arnold. Can he latch on to this? Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. He's offering some sort of an apology there.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Alaba. Alaba shifted upfield. Camavinga. Asensio. That's really well manoeuvred. Crossed into the box. And the shot! That's a foul. Alexander-Arnold. Chouameni, either side giving way. It has been tight. Played back in. That was very necessary. And that's a throw. Alexander-Arnold. Oh, well measured. Oh, such a clever touch. Oh, it's come loose. Chance for a shot! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Well, the invitation was there, so he was right, in my opinion, to take it on. Alas, it was a technical flaw.
Alexander-Arnold gets over and intercepts. And it's Cazorla.
Simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Alexander-Arnold. It's anyone's ball now. Brahim Diaz. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. And the whistle goes for half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. And we are up to the break.
What an end to the half, Peter. A lot of the best action of the half coming at the very end, and I get the feeling the second half may well start in similar fashion, as we'd love to see this momentum maintained. So I'm looking forward to what's to come.
So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after. Can he finish? He has done it! The second half sparked straight into life. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, talk about the perfect start to the second half. They've certainly come out with more purpose, more energy, and it's paid off beautifully.
And here's Vinicius Junior. Deftly away. And reclaimed it in a trice. Well timed, excellent interception. Alaba makes the interception. Camavinga. Garcia. And here's Vinicius Junior! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Vinicius Junior clearly felt that distance wasn't an issue, but maybe there were better options for him there.
Caresses it through. Alexander-Arnold wins the duel this time. Camavinga. Brahim Diaz. calmly anticipates.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
And it's played forward. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. And here's Vinicius Junior. Lopez. Oh, this looks sharp. Camavinga. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Still chasing the game, trailing by 1. Driven forward. Oh, can he get onto this? It's gone for a throw-in. There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. Alaba. Brahim Diaz. Oh, good spread. Vinicius Junior.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Carvajal. And here's Vinicius Junior. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And now the breakaway. He's through, it's one-on-one! There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And here's Mbappe. Now that's a fine challenge. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And here's Mbappe.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Javi Lopez, nicely aimed pass. Bellingham. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Asensio cuts it out. And here's Mbappe. Vinicius Junior. And that's been won straight back. Now it's Vinicius Junior. He's having a shot! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Oh, it was such a clever pass that flummoxed the defence, and it could well be revisited, this.
Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. it's Cazorla. Back into the middle. Javi Lopez, aim forwards. Cuts out the pass. Javi Lopez, gently done. That's a nicely weighted pass. Brahim Diaz.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Nicely intercepted. And they can counter here. Tries a deft little ball.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Bellingham takes... Bellingham! Hits off target and by quite a way.
Bellingham probably should have taken a breath and looked for runners. It helps to put your head up from time to time, Peter.
He's shifting through the gears here. Shapes to shoot! They've done it! And surely that clinches it. There really is no way back now. The invitation was clear and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Well, the keeper has every right to have a moan at his defenders for that because they never got tight to the scorer. Simple as.
So that's two now without reply. Moved on forwards. Cazorla.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
It's an inviting looking ball, that. Bellingham. Vinicius Junior, he's being urged to shoot. Do have a chance to counter here. Dendoncker forwards and with intent. Now that's well seen too. Into the last 5 minutes. And he cuts out the supply. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Cazorla. Over to the left. Carvajal does really well to win the ball there. Well, played right into his path. Vinicius Junior. Great chance! Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur. Takes a shot! Worth a try, but not this time.
Well, I think his mind was made up the way that ball arrived, and I certainly admire his willingness to hit the volley.
And he's heaved it away. Clears it away. Bailly with the clearance. Chance! And he has kept it out somehow.
I think he's done.
And that's that. In the end then, no joy. Not for the want of trying, not for the want of running. Simply they were beaten by a better team on the day. And after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, overconfidence and or cockiness should never...
And we're underway. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, David Alaba, one of the most versatile players out there. He's just got so much positional awareness and intelligence. He can basically do a job anywhere on this pitch. He's got fabulous technique too, especially with his delivery in and around the area. He'll be eyeing up any set plays the opposition concede in that defensive third.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Alaba. Chouameni. Asensio. Brahim Diaz. Played back in. No way through, so back it comes. Chouameni. Camavinga. Asensio. Back into the middle. Played out to the right. Alexander-Arnold plays it in. Another chance from a corner. That has been knocked clear. It's Chouameni. It's lofted through. Can he finish? Oh, that's a waste. That's been slipped through. Vinicius Junior. That's been drilled forward. That has been cut short.
Must have been told to look for ways to try and construct some space down the middle here.
And what is it, Jim, that they're actually achieving?
Well, it opens up the pitch, stretches the opposition, and it activates more running room.
Up he goes! He's scored! Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
And he's there to get it away. That's the throw. Alexander-Arnold. A lot of space ahead of him. Nice interception, well timed. He's had a shot! Oh, the ball's come loose here. And it's Alexander-Arnold. That is lovely. Time to deliver. Aim forwards. Carlo. Oh, there's a probing ball. Camavinga. Alexander-Arnold. That's a nicely shaped ball. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Cazorla. Played with finesse. Brahim Diaz. Vinicius Junior. Garcia. Alexander-Arnold. Brilliantly cut out. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Big chance! That was very necessary. That's really well manoeuvred. Hit into the middle. Defending of the desperate variety. Could move up a gear here. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Chouameni moved on forwards. Javi Lopez gets over and intercepts. Good chance here! Keeper's not concerned by that.
Well, let's just consider that one a rangefinder, Peter. It certainly wasn't troubling the goalkeeper.
Camavinga. And a chance! And he has been fouled there. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is.
Yeah, it would seem a little too far out, and this will probably be a big far post.
No, he's missed it.
Alexander-Arnold has totally shown his greedy streak, and the boss is not happy, I can tell you.
Changes him with that pass. Alexander-Arnold. Chouameni shifted upfield. Vinicius Junior laid out to the left flank. That has found him in acres of space. Brahim Diaz. Brahim Diaz! It's a loose ball. Oh, that is asking for trouble.
Gonzalo Garcia really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Nicely intercepted. And it's played forward. Alaba. Asensio. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Now, what about a counter-attack? Cazorla have it back and can go again. Just the goal. And the finish! He's got a goal! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion.
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. This then, an ideal chance to cut the deficit. This certainly looks appetising, well with it. He's good for the shots! Decent enough try. Tries to get it clear. Yeah, he's fouled it there. So, what can they come up with here? And he's there to clear it. Well read. The danger is averted. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Camavinga forwards and with intent. And he's heaved it away. Brahim Diaz. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Cleared away. And here's Vinicius Junior. Goes to finish! And the first half is done. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter.